The most important thing when it comes to receiving the why is to the question whether or not I think a non-Thai person should why. When it comes to the why, it's actually not showing respect for another person as an equal human being. Welcome to The Real Thailander. My name is James and I'm your Thai best friend in this channel anyway. In this episode, we're going to address what has been left out in the previous episode about the why. I totally forgot to talk about the receiving of the why. So basically in that last video, I was talking about who is the one who will start the why first. And if you want to understand every single thing, then I would really recommend you watching that episode first before watching this one. But if you have already watched this episode, then this episode is gonna answer what happens when someone why you. How do you receive it? What should you do? Also, this episode would also address some of the questions that my audience has asked me in the comment section. So stay tuned. Before we move on, I just want to say thank you to all of the support that I have on this channel. Thank you for watching, leaving comments, and clicking like and subscribing on this channel. I just want to say that as you can see that I'm working alone and this is my studio at home and I'm very enthusiastic about bringing the best content to this channel, and I want it to be beneficial for you. So if you find this channel useful and if you would like to support me in this pursuit, then I would recommend you going to buymecoffee.com/realthailander here. And I also leave the link at the description and at the comment below as well. Thank you very much. And now let's go back to our main topic for today. Whenever someone gives you the why, whether it would be someone younger than you, whether it would be someone in the service industry, hotel staff, then what you should do is to why back. So you receive the why by whying back. And the why back is pretty simple. You put your palms at your chest level, all of the fingers are all connected and you don't leave too much gap between these fingers. So at the chest level, and then you bow like this. If you want to do it even more properly, then you should make sure that your thumbs touch your chin while receiving the why. But when this happens in real life, it usually happens really fast, so people don't actually care whether your thumbs are at the right place or not. So the most important thing when you receive the why is that you put the palms in your chest level and bow. Alternatively, if you're a bit embarrassed of doing this, because I received some comments that some of my audience feel that it's maybe cultural appropriation, or they feel a bit awkward, or their wives and husbands, the Thai wives and husbands suggest that they shouldn't do the why because that feels strange, then what you can also do is to nod or smile back, or both of them together like this. If someone why to you and says "Sawadee krap, sawadee ka," you can say "Sawadee krap, sawadee ka." Or if you don't want to say it, just nod. The most important thing when it comes to receiving the why is to be friendly and to acknowledge that someone has seen you and you see them back. Now, to the question whether or not I think a non-Thai person should why, in my opinion, I think that the why is actually for everyone. I think for some Thai people, this may come across as strange, but for me, anyone from any looks or any nationalities can always perform the why and receive the why. The most important thing is to do it at the right time and the right space. If there are some situations where you definitely should do the why, it's a situation where you meet your friend's parents. Let's say you are a foreigner and then you are meeting with your friend's parents and grandparents. I think the parents and the grandparents of your friends would definitely appreciate you whying them first, disregarding whether or not you're from Thailand. So I think in situation like this, the why is still quite significant. And it would also make you go a long way when it comes to your interaction with them. I think they will feel warm to you because you have already greeted them the same way that their kids, Thai friends, would do as well. The other thing that my audience has mentioned in the comment section in the last video is the fact that I didn't actually mention that the why has anything to do with showing respect. And now that I think back, in hindsight, I think I should have mentioned it because there is an element of the why that is showing respect indeed. But with a big caveat that I think when you think of greetings like hi and hello, then this is to show, when you say hi or hello, it is to show the other person that you recognize them, that they are another human being that you come across with. When it comes to the why, there's always an element of who would initiate the why first. There is always the hierarchy first. And I think this kind of respect is linked to the social hierarchy. And I think that social hierarchy, again, is linked to the concept of who should be grateful for who. And if you would like to know more about this, if you haven't watched the first part, then I would recommend you watching this video and then watch this video again. All right, I hope this has been useful. When it comes to receiving the why, you put your palms together and then you bow. And you can touch your thumbs with your chin as well if you want. Or if your hands are not available, you might nod, you might smile, or nod and smile at the same time. All right, thank you so much for watching this, and I hope to see you in the next episode. สวัสดีครับ Do it. There's just so many rules when it comes to why that makes the why itself separate from being just a form of greetings. So what's the why exactly? But in the Thai greetings, in the Thai why, in the Thai สวัสดีครับ or สวัสดีครับ, there's always one person that does it first. Is that you have a Western person who maybe arrived in Thailand for the first time, and he or she would very much like to learn the culture, would very much like to be integrated into the culture. And they were told that this why is a form of greetings. So they would go around and whying and bowing to everyone first, from people in the 7-Eleven, the hotel staff and restaurant staff, and everyone would be okay with that because it's nice and polite. But people would also be a bit taken aback by that because that is not how the Thai people actually do it.